Hi, I'm Sarah and welcome to CoreMuze. And today I'll be talking to you about Singles Inferno Season 5, the final stretch. I'm going to just talk about the last 5 episodes, episodes 8 to 12, starting with episode 8. I think that it was perfectly reasonable for all of the couples that went to have been couples of people that didn't go to paradise before with each other, that are curious about each other, because I feel like that for a lot of those couples will give a lot of clarity to their current interests. Because if you went with one person to paradise and then you go with another person to paradise, you have something to compare. And I feel like that was a good thing for most of them to do. Choi Min-soo and Sing-il pick each other. And even though I thought in my last video that this could be one of the outcomes, I wasn't completely sure that this was going to happen. I was happy that this happened because I feel like those two have been throwing each other's name and saying that they're interested, but nothing is happening. So if they go together, something is going to happen or not. I was for them choosing each other, even though I thought Kim Min-ji is like, something about it felt sad. Her being left behind. Goen and Hyun-woo end up going. And I thought that Goen was more interested, and I think Hyun-woo, the way he was in paradise, he was acting as if they were already dating. Not that this is their first date, and he was trying to be comfortable, even though he was very awkward and attempting skinship, even though that wasn't really welcome. So I think she was completely turned off by the way he was talking and behaving. And honestly, at the end of that date, I just knew those two were not gonna be anything. I'm not sure if it's a lack of a dating etiquette or dating experience from Hyun-woo, but I could tell that he was earnestly trying, but it just wasn't doing what he thought that it was going to do. And I think Goen had someone as a number 1, but wasn't sure about her number 2. And I think that solidified for her that Egon and Sungmin are her number 1 and number 2. Yeah, that was really sad for Hyun-woo. Joo-young and Hyunjae going to paradise was really cute and fun, and really, I thought those two really looked really good together and could be a match. But I think Jaejin had a bigger impression on her. So at that point, I didn't know if that date was enough for her to change from Jaejin to Hyunjae. Subin and Haesung, I thought it was very heartwarming and very light and cute, and they had chemistry. And I think that Subin was a little bit surprised that he opening up to Haesung and they were connecting. And I think that she gave him the energy that he wanted from Choi Min-soo. And I think he just gave up and just closed that door and just thought, here's a beautiful, kind girl that I'm vibing with. Why am I running after someone that is just not caring? So I really think that they connected, and that Subin felt by the end of that date like he just knew that Haesung was the person that he was going to continue on with. And I think that reassured Haesung. So I thought that was a successful paradise date. And here we go to the disaster of the episode. Choi Min-soo and Sung-il's date. I think from the moment that Choi Min-soo found out Sung-il's age, I think at that moment was the last moment that she was interested in him. I think she was like, oh, you're 2003? I'm sorry. I think that was like when she dipped out. And I really thought it was cute for Sung-il to try and attempt to woo her or just connect with her. The producers sometimes try to be messy. And in this case, they had Choi Min-soo and Sung-il and Haesung and Subin go bowling together. And I just didn't, I love the mess. I just thought, this is not going to be good. I don't think anyone's going to be happy with that date happening. They bowled and then they had something to eat. I just felt like Choi Min-soo can't read the room. She keeps making mistakes. She keeps on, even when they later go back to their hotel rooms, she's out the window trying to find Subin and Haesung in the swimming pool. I completely understand Sung-il giving up. And I just don't understand. If she was going to keep talking about Sung-il every episode until now, she now is on a date in paradise with Sung-il. And she's just with her, giving him her back and just trying to find Subin out of the window. It's just basic manner dictate that if you go on a date with someone, that you give them your attention. So that to me was a little bit off-putting. I completely understand that she had Subin on her mind and she was irritated by him and Haesung hitting it off. But I just would wish that she tried a little bit more to not show it to Sung-il, because it's kind of rude to him. The conversation Sung-il and Choi Min-soo have at the hotel was very telling to me, because I think she thinks that she's being considerate with just keeping all these doors open. And he was like, no, if you're interested in someone, say you're interested in someone and pursue that person. And I just don't think that's how she operates. I think she just likes it when someone likes her, and that's how she chooses to be with someone. I don't think she has ever pursued someone on her own. In the 9th episode, the girls get to play a game. Minji wins, of course. No one is more competitive. She wins and she gets to go to paradise, and she picks Subin, surprising everyone, surprising Sing, who had already packed his bags expecting to go to paradise with Minji. But Minji, I think, was feeling like, okay, you played around, you dated with whoever you wanted to date. I think I need to go with someone. So I just loved that she did this, because I feel like Sing-il needed to feel like Minji was also someone who had options. That was fun. She and Subin go, they connect, they're both athletes, they have fun, and they end up drunk and sleeping in the same bed with nothing happening. Very platonic. Juyeon goes with Jaejin, and they are just connecting and vibing. And I think there's, in that date, they solidify that that's going to be the final choice for both of them. Haesun makes this, she's the, I think, second or third girl that wins. So she gets to pick someone, and she picks Songhoon, surprising everyone. And the panelists mentioned, oh, is she trying to get back at Choi Min-soo? But I just think that she was interested in him. She's based in the US, he is too. So even though it was an odd couple, they did have chemistry and connect. So I thought that was very fun twist. Even though Minji and Subin going to paradise together was the big twist of the episode, I think Haesun and Songhoon going to paradise was also a twist. And I also thought it was very nice and very polite of Minji to just ask Haesun before, is it okay if I pick Subin? So then, no, she wasn't surprised that this happened. And I also think that it's good for Haesun to go with someone else. Just check, how do I feel? I think that was a good idea. Everyone comes back. In the 10th episode, it's a men's game. And I have never seen a men's game be so intense. It was like a warrior's fight. And I think the games in this season have been a little bit very physical, very intense. A lot of people get very competitive. Egon wins first place, and he takes Goen. Date is the date that made this episode. I think the clip of them in the swimming pool is the clip that has been all over the internet. Egon and Goen have amazing chemistry. I think his sex appeal is the only reason that Goen is keeping him on her list, because I wonder if his personality and hers match at all. Hyunwoo, I think he went second place, and he chooses not to go, which was very sad. The last couple that also goes is Hyunjae and Juyoung, and in that day, Juyoung kind of friend zones him and just makes clear that she is picking someone else. Well, she doesn't say it, but it's kind of the vibe of how he understands how she's communicating with him. Hyunwoo choosing not to go to paradise. I don't think that has ever happened in the last 5 seasons. And I was very surprised that no one else before that has ever made that choice. So I thought it was very honorable and very interesting, and also honest. If you're not interested in someone, you don't have to go. But I would just pick someone that I'm friends with and be like, hey, let's go to the hotel, have fun, swim, have a good meal, go back to Inferno as friends. But I think he just wanted to make this chivalrous sign, it's you or no one. Yeah, it was very beautiful. A little bit foolish, but beautiful. A very small thing that is but it's also a little bit tactless. Sung-il mentions at breakfast to Haesun that Minji and Subin spend the night in the same bed. And I just didn't understand why he would do that. It was a little bit mean and foolish, and I don't think his intention was to hurt her. I don't think any girl would want to hear something like that in that way from someone else. So I just completely understood how Haesun felt after that, and her being upset, and while she was talking with Sunhoon crying. But I was very happy to learn that Subin and her had a conversation, and he explained to her and they smoothed things over, because it was very platonic. It's not like it was a romantic as two friends being drunk and being like, oh, it's cold, I'm just gonna curl up here. And so it wasn't romantic. Minji and Sing-il have a conversation and are honest to each other, and I think they are clear in that they're only interested in each other. And I think her going with Subin made him feel like, oh, I can lose her. That helped their relationship, so it was nice to see them reconnect. Choi Min-soo, I think she has a conversation with Subin where she tells him, hey, let's just focus on the people that we want to focus on, no hard feelings, I totally support you and Haesun. And I think that was a very mature thing for her to do after the mess that she caused. And I also think her then focusing after that on Songhoon. Songhoon has been from the first episode focused on her. And I think her like noticing and just saying out loud, yes, this person has been kind to me and good to me and giving me everything that I wanted. And I've been running around like a chicken without a head, trying to find other people. Acknowledging Songhoon and them progressing in a more romantic trajectory was very nice to see. At the end, it wasn't surprising. I think only one coupling was surprising, but I think Haesun and Subin choosing each other was very expected. Minji and Sing-il choosing each other was very expected. Choi Min-soo and Songhoon choosing each other was very expected. Jaejin and Joyoung choosing each other was also very expected. The only question mark when it came to the couplings at the finale to me was who is Gohan gonna pick? And she ends up picking Sungmin. And I just was 100% sure that she was gonna pick Egon. But even though the both of them have really good chemistry, I just think personality-wise they didn't fit with each other. Yeah, so she picks Sungmin, and her and Sungmin walk away from Inferno with the other couples. I also completely forgot to mention that Minji and Choi Min-soo have a conversation where Minji is a little bit harsh but honest, and Choi Min-soo feels misunderstood and she cries. And I think that conversation was very influential in how both of them, what kind of choices they make after that. Even though a lot of people that watched the show felt very satisfied that a lot of the couples and people that they liked ended up together, I just felt it was very boring and lackluster, and I just don't know. The tension fizzled out. That's how I feel. I'm gonna continue to watch Single Inferno every season, every January, every year it comes out. If there's a Singles Inferno season 100, I will be there watching because I really love the concept. I just love the dynamics. But I do hope that they try to hold on to the tension a little bit more, because I feel like the way they tackled the first 7 episodes and the way they tackled the last 5 episodes was completely different. The editing was a little bit sloppy. They didn't focus on the moments that we wanted them to share with us. The Subin and Heesung reconciliation moment, that doesn't even happen. That happens at the moment that they are picking each other. We look back at, oh, they're choosing each other because they already talked things out. Instead of, I just felt like something about that was very sloppy in the way they presented the information to us. There is going to be 6 reunion episodes. This has never happened before. I like more of a everyone shows up, everyone's sitting and they discuss what happened in the season. I think the reunion episodes are going to be everyone watching the episodes and them going somewhere for a weekend or something. I'm very intrigued. I think I'm going to make a video about that, but it's going to be short because I don't imagine a lot happening. How did you feel about this season of Singles Inferno? What did you like? What did you hate? What were the memorable moments? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching and bye.